Ugly Show. Super 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 Ugly Show. It's the Super Ugly.
It is fucking going down, everyone. You are not gonna want to miss this.
Yeah. We've been on the brink since it started.
Super Ugly Show.
Super Ugly Show. Tuesdays with the Super Ugly Show.
I encourage my children and my grandchildren
old enough to
listen
watch
to
it?
this. When they're old enough to, whenever.
I'm the glue for this puzzle here.
I'll live in infamy forever now. My kids will have record of this. My grandkids will have record of this. This will always be there.
Oh, I thought Rocky was the asshole of the show.
I'm
it
the
turns out
asshole.
I'm the fucking asshole. I didn't even want to be the asshole.
I'm a nice guy. Oh, it's gonna get ugly.
You're not safe.
Damn it!
There you go.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Just saying this.
I blame you guys.
No, don't blame them.
I'm blaming them.
Someone's calling in, Rich.
Oh, shit.
Just saying this.
What up? What up?
Very enthusiastic opening. What up, everyone? Welcome to the Super Ugly Show, episode 115. Some would say a milestone, Rich.
Yeah, we've been at this for a little while now.
That's 115 episodes. That's a long time.
Over an hour each one, pretty much. It's a lot of material.
Yeah, it is. And it's been a lot of fun. And you know what else is fun, Rich? Heading over to statementgames.com. My Aunt Doris the other day, she's on there. She's moving around the fucking Major League Baseball game prop bets because it's that easy. This woman's 97 years old, Rich. All right? She loves watching baseball. Big Mets fan, always has been. She allegedly had an affair with Tom Seaver.
That's impressive. That's awesome.
Well, Aunt Doris was a little bit of a whore.
Yeah. Still a good story, though.
But I'm sidetracking, Rich, because at statementgames.com, you're going to have a fucking blast. They're even doing wrestling now. I saw the other night they had the Backlash pay-per-view up there to do some prop bets on and pick who's going to win and how they're going to win,
That's
all
awesome.
that good shit.
Yo, congratulations to him. He just made this up on recently?
That was the first one I saw. So, you
On the
know,
paper,
on
that's-
top of all the major league
That's awesome, dude.
sports out there, now you got WWE in there as well.
That's pretty fucking
StatementGames.com. Speaking of which, you guys asked for it, and they're coming. T-shirts are legitimate. We got a quote and everything. They're in the process of being made. We're just finalizing artwork and whatnot, and then we'll get them out. Like I said, we're going to set up a P.O. box, send us a self-addressed envelope to the P.O. box, big enough for a T-shirt. We'll throw it in there, send it back, free of charge. You just got to pay the shipping. What beats that, Rich? What
Not
beats
much.
that? Not much indeed.
Sounds good. Oh, you said you wanted to play a Would You Rather. I would rather take care of this. Actually, before we even... Yeah, do the Would You Rather.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right off jump. We both got daughters.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather your daughter strip or be in, like, a legit gang, like the Bloods or Crips?
What kind of role would she be in the gang?
Well, she's a female, so...
That means, like...
Not a good one, Rich. It's typically not a good one. And to get into that, to said gang, typically is not a good thing.
Isn't it like a gang rape or something like that?
It's not like rape. It's like a willing train.
Okay. This is really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I picked it. That's the whole point of the would you rather scenario.
What is chat? What do you think? What do you think I should write for this one? What's the other option again?
Stripper.
Stripper, huh?
Yeah. Best of both worlds, right?
Don't some girls strip for like education, like to get their education and shit?
That's the old
Wives' tale?
Yeah, that's the old myth of the stripper. You know, oh, I'm doing this to put myself through college.
Okay, can that not be true in my scenario?
No, yours is worst case scenario.
Stop, bro. Come on. Really? Like, come on. Who am I raising here?
Well,
Come
maybe
on.
you're not around. Maybe you died.
I'm here. I'm raising her.
No, let's say you're watching from heaven.
Oh, my God.
Now you're dead.
There's so many stipulations. No, you nulled the whole question. Hold on, let me see what we got. 1 for gangbang, 2 for strip.
Frankie's down with the gangbang.
Neither. I died before I let my daughter do either. I hear you on that.
No, that's not an option. Everyone knows that's not how you play the game.
Yeah,
you have to pick one. There is no I'd kill mice. That's the answer to everything.
Cap, the whole point of this game is that you have to choose one of the shittier things, and they're both not good.
No, that's the whole point.
This is not pleasant.
Yeah. I lost friends over this game.
Yeah.
Early episode, audio only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richie's got it. He's the only one in possession of it.
He was asking them, and me and him were answering them. Oh, man, we got so bad.
Oh, we got some bad ones in that
with
one.
his sister and everything. Oh, my God, that was horrible.
Yeah, the grandmother. It was ugly.
Grandmother getting punched by Mike Tyson.
But, you know, in the fun manner of would you rather, you know?
I have to answer it. I agreed to play. I'm going to say she still has her father, and I would rather her be a stripper than getting gang raped. Sorry.
Well, it's not rape. Again, it's not a rape.
A willingly whore for a gang? I don't know.
But it's only the one time.
That's bad.
Once you're in, then it's like you're a chola. You know what I mean?
All right, so she's pulling a gun and getting banged.
She could be behind the trigger.
That's
you never
2
know.
against 1, I'll take the stripper.
You're taking the stripper.
Yeah, come on, man.
That was
They're
the
both
wrong
horrible.
choice. She becomes a horrible heroin addict. Ends up having like 6 kids, but loses them all. And they're all in foster care. It really gets ugly, Rich.
Oh my
really
God.
gets ugly. You should have picked a gang rape. And yes, it was a rape.
Cap, Cap, I shouldn't have answered it. I knew it. I should have outed on that one. There was a no win for me on that.
I remember when I was stripping, we had a story just like that. This poor girl.
I don't even want to hear it. Is it bad?
You didn't even pick up on the first part. I remember when I was stripping. I mean, come on. Jesus. Fucking try to keep up, dude. Fuck, man. GSP, Diaz, not Nick. Nate.
Yeah.
You think this is a huge step if Nate wins. I disagree.
You're telling me it's not? Like,
I disagree.
listen to me. You're talking about somebody that watches MMA all the time like you. I'm talking about to the masses, like the masses, the fucking people that don't watch all the time.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
He beat Connor, which everybody knows.
And then lost.
And people know GSP. He beats him. He's going to be considered by the outsider a fucking one of the all-time greats. And if you're telling me not, then...
All time. Wow.
From the outside, yeah.
Fucking all
You put it-
time. Are you out of your
All he would have-
fucking
all-
mind? All time
Not
greats.
all-time greats. But his name would always be brought up in the conversation.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
No,
Not
it
to
wouldn't.
You. Not to you, but to the outsider it would.
To the outsider,
Yeah.
definitely not. It would
The
only be
casual-
to the insider.
The casual fan?
No.
Yeah.
Here, let me ask you this. Who was
Look
better?
at it in wrestling terms.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Who was better than GSP in your opinion during this whole run? Go ahead.
As far as what, who I think would have beat him? Like you
No,
say
at
Anderson
that
Silva?
time, who was the argument? Me and
Anderson
you with
Silva.
Anderson Silva.
Of course.
Who beat him twice?
The kid from Long Island.
Where's he?
What do
Thank you. Rest my case. Beat arguably the greatest fighter of all time.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
I bet you if I asked 9 out of 10
What is-
people on here, they couldn't even name him.
What does that have to do with anything?
It
you're
means that
saying?
it doesn't matter. You're beating up a guy past his prime that hasn't fought. He's fought one time in 4 years. So
right,
you're
listen,
beating a guy
I'm gonna shut
that's
down-
not
I'm
even
gonna
in the
shut down
game
your whole thing
anymore.
Right now. I'm going to shut down your whole thing right now. You're going to talk about Conor McGregor, okay? In the future, 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to bring up Nate Diaz in that conversation.
It depends
Now,
on where Conor's.
Stop.
Wait,
Me and you
no,
talking
you
about for
can't
5
predict
minutes,
that.
You're going to bring it up.
You can't predict that because let's say in the next 5 years, Conor has
You still
fucking.
bring up Sarah from the GSP thing. Come on, man.
Because it's the only one with GSP.
Now-
there's no one else.
Now you get him to beat up Conor and him. His name is gonna be brought up in all these conversations.
But
when
let's
you talk about
say-
these particular fighters.
And this is what happens. Conor gets knocked out. Comes in, next fight, gets knocked out. We're talking about that guy, not Nate Diaz anymore.
I'm talking about Nate Diaz, bro.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
If he wins, his name is gonna be brought up.
No, it's not.
All he's got to do is beat 1 or 2 more fucking big stars like that, and he's gonna be.
He's not going to. First of all, he's not a finisher. He's not a finisher. And it's wrestling against GSP. Let's be fucking honest. This is a wash. If on paper, this is Nate Diaz getting fucked up.
Yeah,
Bad.
Of course.
Real bad.
Of course.
And that's what's going to happen.
I don't think he's gonna.
You
win.
saw George the last fight. Did he look like he skipped a beat? He looked better. He
Yeah.
was more aggressive. He was stronger. He was faster. He looked great.
I'm not debating on whether he's gonna win or not.
Nate Diaz is
I'm
a
telling
bum.
you that if he
Nick
beats
is the one that gets
GSP
talked about. Nate's a bum. Stop. Nate's a bum.
Well, to be honest,
He's a stepping stone at best.
dude, Nick Diaz is one of the most entertaining fighters.
Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
He's all right.
If you don't think that, come on, man.
He's all right.
You don't want to miss a pay-per-view with him.
It depends on who he's fighting, to be
he's
honest.
fun to watch.
Because, no, but here's the problem with him. He'll fucking be in the ring and just give up. I've seen him do it before. Where he just fucking just quits. His heart just fucking leaves his body and he just sits there and just fucking
And dicks
does
around.
nothing.
I've seen that on like one of the fights. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
And that attitude,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
why you
you.
don't like him. I know. All right, now that, because you told me that a while ago, but those fights that he's into, they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, fuck him, he's an asshole, the guy's a dick, but he's entertaining, man.
He is. He's got a good mouth on him. You know what I mean? He can run his mouth. He can promote
how
a
to
fight
fight.
good.
Yeah.
You know. I'm gonna talk about this actually. The volcanoes. You see this shit in Hawaii?
No.
Dude, I'm not fucking around. It's like fucking if volcanoes were here. Just fucking devastation of lava. And there's nothing you could do about it. You can't stop lava. Like
Does it make the house catch on fire? Or?
immediately. You didn't
Really?
see the video of the car?
No.
Dude, I'm gonna pull up this video.
I didn't
I
see
go
it
to
at
go to
all.
YouTube. I'm fucking in it, dude.
Yeah, while you're pulling it up, yo, John and Vito me and you are gonna take the horns for a little bit. If you don't
Okay.
mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll go old school. Me and you audio days. For
Yeah.
A few.
Whatever we gotta do. Here it is. 29-second video. We'll do the short one. Watch this. Now this isn't. Look at it. Immediately touches it. Just done.
Holy shit.
Look at that, dude. Lava's like 2,000 degrees. It's molten.
Shit.
You know what I mean? You know the expression molten lava? Isn't that fucking crazy? Look at the way it just
Dude,
dumps over.
It's just melting. Like
It just
anything.
fucking rips through anything. There's nothing you can do. Lava might be the worst thing ever.
Now you hear the tires pop on that shit and all that. or-
Dude, it's
That's
fucking
nuts.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
But this is going on all over in Hawaii. They had to evacuate homes. People are losing all their shit. And again, you can't stop it. There's no like digging trenches. There was a story I read. I forget what country it was in, but they were dumping something like 2.2 billion gallons of water for like months to finally stop the
Really?
lava. Yeah. It's fucking intense, dude.
Now, I put a shop talk. I sold my barber shop about a year ago. I put shop talk because this is pretty much the shit that we talk about for how many years now? It's been so long. Dude, I've been cutting hair since I was 14 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a long time. I've been seeing you for pretty fucking decent portion of it.
You've been seeing me since I'm like 15, so we're talking 20 years. But I was like the timid, going to the shop, get my cut, wait 2 hours to see Ritchie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then eventually it evolved into I walk in the door fucking kicking and screaming and fucking.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, it's funny because the conversations that go around in a shop like that, you know, you just came on into it like that. We talk all types of shit.
But not at first.
All shit like this, too. So, you know, Rocky always has.
Not at first, though.
something good to say.
Like the first few years, it wasn't until Dougie started working in the shops because then I had like a friend that was there. You know what I mean? So now I'm a little more comfortable.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know, Dougie is both of our best friends. Dougie worked for me when I was younger. He worked for me probably when I was like 22 years old. He was probably like 17, 18 or something like that.
Yeah, he was still in high school, right? Or was he with Sal at that time?
Yeah, well, he was with another shop called Uncle Philly's.
Sal, dude, he would do that impression of fucking Sal.
Yeah. Yeah, really good.
Every fucking time
Really
it would
good.
crack. This kid, I swear to God, if Doug, he passed away, that's kind of how me and Richard really started bullshitting together. But this kid was the king of fucking impressions,
Yeah, he was good.
but not famous people, neighborhood.
Yes.
And he had a voice. For me and Taylor called him out one night. We were all fucked up at his house, and we're like, Dougie, do me. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I know you got a fucking voice for me. Do it.
But he wasn't doing it to try and be funny.
No, it was
he just did the impression.
It was part of the
And
story.
It happened.
Yeah, it was part of the story.
So Dougie worked at Uncle Philly's, right? So one summer, Uncle Philly's was my competition back then.
It was them and L.I. Barbers, right?
Yeah, but I was smoking them heavy back then.
Was that after you left?
My
Because
shop
you were
was so
there
busy.
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. No, my shop is so busy. So
Which shop is this now?
this-
Richie's?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
The Sayville shop opened up Uncle Philly's. So they have like fucking 10 barbers in there.
All young kids, though. They
Yeah.
were all like in high school young kids. It was it was Dougie. You had a lot of young people in there.
So Dougie, he was working over there. So I knew Dougie, called them up. Dude, I wound up taking like 6 barbers from
Dave,
them. I shut I shut Uncle Philly's down back
Yeah.
then.
Dave, right?
Their AC went out.
That's right.
The AC went on in their shop. They're fucking sweating. I'm like, really? I'm like, yo, dude, I just fucking racked up the ones I pick and chose the ones I wanted, left the ones I didn't. That was awesome, dude.
You fucking Vince McMahoned them.
Yeah.
You went into the territories and said, I want Hogan.
Yeah.
I want Savage.
Yeah.
I want Steamboat.
and I took who I wanted. And me and you, it's funny. We have so many fucking stories and everything from the shop. Just the wildest shit used to happen in there. Yeah, I remember people getting hit fucking brass knuckles out of nowhere. You know, this is back in like the '90s too, where
The shop was the Wild West.
There was no cameras back then. You know, you got to think of
Everyone didn't have
what
a
this
cell
was.
phone. So, like, legit, there was after hours at the shop.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about. We'd all be chilling in the barber shop, shutters down, you know.
Yeah, do whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing, like, there was, if you think about back in the late 90s, we're talking about thinking about the technology that was happening. You had a beeper.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you had a phone, maybe you didn't.
If I can get to you, I can. If you put 911, I might.
Yeah. Everybody had their own code for the beepers, too. If you remember the beeper thing, like, 333 or 555.
143 6969.
Yeah.
Oh, those were always good to get.
Yeah, yeah.
And then remember, people used to spell shit out.
Yes.
Like you'd get
You
good
turn-
night.
Yeah, you turn it upside down.
Yep.
Yeah, I miss
They
that
got fucking
place.
crafty with those.
Yeah. You know, it's cool about that because you were able to choose. You weren't so tracked.
Mm-hmm.
You were slightly trackable, but not like it's so cool. Like because you had to go to they had fucking the payphones back then
Everywhere.
So yeah, you make a fucking.
I remember
phone call.
trying to buy weed as a kid
Yeah, and you were
at the
you use
payphone, and you'd be standing, and someone roll up, and you'd be like, "Fuck, don't use the payphone."
Yeah.
And then they would use it, and you'd just be sitting there and like, "Get off the fucking payphone, dude."
Yeah, when you're like 16 and you're like you have like weed on you or something back then when you're a kid, you definitely use the fucking the payphone.
Oh,
the last thing you want to do
absolutely.
is get busted on like a line or something.
Meeting some fucking stoner, fucking 26-year-old fucking dude.
Yeah, you use the payphone.
Dude, I used to love it though. We were always out in the streets. We were always walking, skating. I was never like home. Like if we were in a house, it wasn't until we got cars. Once we got cars, then it was like, all right, where's the flop house?
Yep.
And then, but before that, we were in the
Handball
streets.
courts.
Handball courts, fucking basketball courts.
Did you used to get your 40s before you went to the handball court too?
Every time.
Really?
Every time we get the bums to buy them for us, and we buy one for them.
Yeah, those are such good times, man.
Old English 40s and Colt 45.
Oh my god.
And the what was it, Hurricane?
Oh, those things are fucking nasty.
Yeah, but they had the high alcohol
Yeah.
content. That's why we would get them.
What is the Crazy Horse? That was the main one, right?
Crazy horse.
Like,
that was
the
another
biggest-
one.
that was the
Yeah,
biggest
it's like a
back then.
jug, the 64 ounce. Yeah, the handball court was the infamous porta potty story I told you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know it's funny when you wanted to like hang out with a chick when you're like 15 years old, you had to bring like a nice little 6-pack of Zima.
Yeah.
You know?
They know, but they'd ask, can you get me Zima?
Yeah.
Or wine coolers?
Yeah.
Can you get me wine coolers? And he'd be like, yeah.
You had to get them.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if you didn't, you were an idiot.
And back then they put like Jolly Ranchers in them because even the Zima was a little too much for them. You know, I'm like, it's fucking Zima. You really?
Holy shit, you just brought back your crazy memories, bro.
Right?
That's so funny.
Dude, I remember back then. And the shit you would do back then, too. You know, like today, you look at it, you're like, what a fucking piece of garbage I was. You'd be making out with chicks, like, in front of the store.
Oh, my God.
Because you were finally, like, out, away
Yeah.
from parents, with a girl alone, you're 14.
You go in the woods somewhere, you don't care
Yep.
where the fuck
You
go.
didn't care. You'd be walking and just, you know, bumping into things.
Oh, my God.
Just horny little idiot teenagers. But what a fucking much better, not better, simpler time. Definitely not better. Because, you know,
This is so different.
yeah. Yeah.
So different.
But I like where I'm at now. Most people my age are like, oh, I wish. You know, you run into the idiots that still think it's fucking 1997.
Yeah.
Can't stand that. Remember in high school? No, I don't. I moved on. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
We never talk about shit like this ever. Like,
No.
It's just, you know,
No.
whatever.
But even then, like, I'm not talking about school. We were fucking dirtbags. You know what I mean? We
Dude, we ran shit. Man.
we were running from cops all the time. We would be skateboarding at the bank. And almost every day, same scenario. It was like fucking Three Stooges. Cops roll up, we grab our boards, run through the woods, usually dump them, and then fucking come back for them. So many times you ran from police, lake parties.
Yeah. Stolen cars.
I remember my friend.
Have you do the stolen car thing?
My friend Charlie, listen to this. I just remembered this fucking story. We were having a lake party, and we used to have bonfires and shit. Made illegal. Cops, like, pretty much saying, hey, cops, here we are.
Yeah.
And we'd all be fucking drunk, and I'm like 13, right? I'm young. And my friend Charlie, he was the same age, but he looked like he was like 17 or 18. He was like that 13-year-old that fucking just sprouted quick.
Some of them, they get big and tall.
And he's got the facial hair, you know? So we're all at the fucking lake, and a fucking brawl breaks out. Like, these dudes rolled up on the beach, and whatever happened, this brawl breaks out. But they were, like, older dudes.
Yeah.
So they only fought, like, with the older guys. Like, you know, me, my cousin,
and
Jared.
was there to witness.
Yeah, we all looked younger,
remember
so they're not going to attack a bunch of, you know.
those times. They're very clear.
And back then, when I was 13, 14, me, my whole squad, we all looked young.
Yeah.
But we were rolling with fucking 18, 19-year-old.
You guys were really like you weren't big guys, but you guys were all animals.
Yeah.
You know, for your age.
Yeah.
I was a lot older than you, so I look. These
See,
guys,
like,
you know.
here's the thing. Richie didn't know us back then, but his brother was always a year ahead of us, and we were always called Ryan.
Yeah.
But, like, the position me and my friends were in, we changed the game for the time we were in school. Like, the cheerleaders didn't hang out with the jocks. They hung out with us. Being a jock, it was like, yeah, right, nerd, go fucking put your jersey on and go play your game, loser. Okay. You know, like, it wasn't a cool thing to play football or be on a team. Like, it was looked down upon.
Yeah, in some instances, yeah, it depends.
And then the whole school, we had, like, everyone was like, all right, that's them, and be nice to them because you don't want to get on their bad side.
Yeah.
And we weren't like deliberately assholes. We were nice people enough. But if you got on a bad side, it was like you're gonna have a fucking problem because we had a pretty set squad of like it's not gonna be fun either way. And then the outside of that grew with all.
See, my friends.
I don't want to say names,
My friends are very aggressive.
but you know all the
My-
Ronkonkoma guys that lived over by Burger King.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that squad was our normal squad, and these were like men now.
Yeah.
And we're 14, 15. So if beef arose, it was like, all right, we got to fuck with you and men that are now going to show up to this fucking beef,
Yeah.
and it's a problem.
Yeah.
So we walked around like fucking assholes sometimes, but, you know, never had to worry about anything.
My friends are such troublemakers back then. Like, I had to fight those men.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my friends are really, they were pretty bad. They got me into a lot of shit, you know?
There was the one crew, Murphy and all them.
Okay.
They were the crew that no matter what, it was like, fuck, here comes Murphy.
Yeah, because those guys will just slap you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not to me and my friends. No, not even.
A couple
close,
of,
but they were young. They were older than you guys were. So,
Yeah.
like, you had to have like an older brother in, or like a good buddy.
I was in
that-
through proxy through some of the crew members outside of my main crew,
Yeah.
but others weren't.
Yeah.
So I would have to sit there and watch my boy
Oh,
get his
man.
pockets ran, and
Oh,
I'd just be
yeah.
like,
Those guys
and we'd
are
all be
nasty.
sitting there and be like, Murph,
Yeah, those guys
come
are
on.
nasty.
And he'd be like, nah, dog, nah, dog. And we'd be like, ah.
I always wondered if he was gonna try some shit with me.
He kicked
or
my friend
friends.
once because he
never
ratted.
did, though.
He goes up to Barry. Remember little
Yeah.
Barry?
Yeah, he's-
Goes up to him and
He passed
another
away in that
friend.
car- He passed away in the car.
Yeah,
accident,
that
right?
car wreck. I'll tell that story in a minute.
Yeah, can you do it now? Actually.
In a minute. Let me just finish this one. He asked Barry for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I ain't got one. And then he asked Jimmy. You know Jimmy.
Yes.
Asks him. He goes, no, I don't have one. Barry has them. And he looks at Jimmy and he goes, fucking ratting your friend. And he kicked him right in the
Really?
fucking chin. Yeah. He was pretty pissed about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this accident. I was 16.
This is like a major thing because I was a lot
This
older
hit
than him.
every avenue because
Yeah.
of the people in the car.
Yeah, they were connected with older brothers and stuff. And,
It was a diverse, like
yeah,
the way our school was set up. It's huge. Our district is gigantic. I'm not kidding. So you had people that would hang out in, let's say, the
I
Ville.
don't know if they know how big
They don't.
gigantic is.
Like my graduating class, I think was like 1,500.
I think mine was over like 2,000.
Maybe it was over 2,000. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe 2,200.
You walk down the hallway, you'd see a new girl every day. That you
But
didn't
it was
never see
huge.
before. Yeah, so
And they split it up. 11th and 12th was one school. 9th and 10th was another. So we were going to a party at Bubba's. Remember Bubba? He used to hang out with Ryan.
yeah,
We were going there. We showed up, and the party got broken up or whatever. So we left, and we heard about another party. So there's two cars. There's the people in the Corvette.
Yeah.
That's the accident car.
Yeah.
And 6 of us crammed in a Grand Marquis. I mean, one of the dudes was on a lap. We were crammed in there. The 4 people in the front car, the Camaro, his brother was in the car with us. So we're going down this road called Senecal Road. People from Long Island know, no one else does. But it kind of goes up and then bends.
Yeah.
So there's a blind spot on it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
And it was at night. So people are going to be assholes when they're
it
young.
wasn't night. All right, it wasn't like a school time thing.
No, it was at night. It was
Okay.
late. You 16-year-old, you're driving a fucking Camaro.
Yeah,
You're going to be a little irresponsible
I was,
sometimes.
yeah.
So we're in a single lane road. Traffic goes this way, goes that way. We're in front. He
And it's a
comes
fast
up.
road too. It's a straightaway,
Yeah.
so like people pick up speed on that road.
So he comes up on the side, zooms in front, because another car came around the bend.
Yeah,
So he had to. So he punched it, zoomed, lost, spun out, smacked a tree.
Oh,
Who died there? I think Pierre died there. Andy, a little bit after. Pat survived,
yeah,
and then he died recently, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then Barry. And this was a fucked up thing because we dealt with 2 funerals, right? And then Barry held on for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he passed away. So it was like we're kind of moving on. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, no, fuck you. That was rough.
Yeah.
That changed a lot of lives.
And how long did it take? Like a week or something like that?
For what?
For Barry to pass?
No, the accident was the 28th, and I think he died either the 12th or the 17th, somewhere between there.
How long was it?
So like 2-3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's.
So you had like a little cushion of like, all right, we didn't move on. You know what I mean?
No,
Not that you ever do.
No, it was like it dragged out for that long. Yeah.
And then a month later,
that was a big thing in the neighborhood.
Then a month later, my grandmother died.
Yeah.
3 heavy blows, and all the kids in the car I was like close with.
What's our age difference again?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Barry, I knew from junior high. We were close. We hung out all the time.
Yeah.
Andy and Pierre, I had friends in Sagamore, so I knew people from over there too.
Yeah.
So when we all moved up, I started chilling with them, became close with them. So 3 people in the fucking car were all close friends of mine. One shot.
No, I know they were all close to you.
And I watched it. I was behind him. We were in the car behind him. And we didn't see him hit.
Yeah.
But we pulled up and 16. Not a good time.
No, that's bad.
And you noticed, like, everyone kind of
everybody was
change, and it affected everyone.
It affected a lot of people in the neighborhood.
It was a big fucking thing because
I was on the outside of that totally. I had different friends. I was older than Rock, but that shook through like mine. And like you said, there's just so many people in
and the people who passed away, they were like all the best fucking people. They were so charismatic. Everyone knew him. You know, like Barry. You knew Barry. You had no business knowing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone knew fucking Barry Benjamin. He was the biggest fucking wise-ass loudmouth.
At the end of the 2 weeks, people were waiting for him to live. You did hear about him then if you didn't know him.
Yeah.
So.
But his grandfather used to ride a horse up and down the street all the time.
Really?
Yeah. That's how he got killed. He got thrown off of it.
Get the fuck out
like
of here.
a week
True
apart,
story?
too. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like
Wait, after or before?
Right before. Right before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. They're buried in the same plot.
Are they?
When you go up there, yeah, he's at that old nursery school at Five Corners.
Yeah.
He's up there.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Crazy time. Wow, we got real there for a minute, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A little bit about me, though. So, might explain why I'm such a prick sometimes.
Now, you said you wanted to ask me a question about the shop.
About the shop.
You said, I don't know.
I don't know.
No?
I think we moved on from that. We got to switch it up completely here. Cobra Kai. How awesome.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Such a good show.
For everyone who doesn't know, and if you don't, why are you watching us? I mean, you should know what fucking Cobra Kai at least means.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you had to watch it, but Cobra Kai is 30 years later, Daniel and Johnny. One thing I had noticed, they said it was only 1 year from part 1 to 3.
He went as soon as he got home from the thing. He went to Okinawa. How long was he in Okinawa for? Not too long.
It was just a visit.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
So that time should be about right, I guess.
I guess, but watching them, you're like, this isn't a year.
Of course, but know.
And can we do? I guess we can't do spoilers, but the twist at the end, mind blowing.
Awesome.
Because
you know what I like about the show, that they always show you old footage of them back in the day fighting, and of the old Karate Kid. They show like video footage of them like remembering or something that happened to them, and it's just a nice cozy feeling to have that. Sit back, watch something, and then like it brings back 1984 all over again.
Yeah,
and
it
feels good though.
The kick to the face that they show, the Johnny getting kicked.
Yeah,
that's legit from '84.
Yeah,
they filmed that, and they didn't want that to be the kick. They
Yes.
wanted the image. You know what I mean?
Going down. Okay.
Yeah, so they changed it, and they never used that footage. That's unseen footage until then.
Really?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing about the show, and this is why it's genius.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, go ahead.
Both of them come off as assholes and good people.
Yeah.
Like, there's times...
Which everybody is.
And, you know,
It's done very well,
to be fair, I side with Johnny because ever since that video came out, and it really made me think and break down Karate Kid,
Which video?
the Daniel's the real bully.
Yeah, okay.
Because that shined the light on everything.
did a whole-
Let's be
the whole
honest.
show on that, yeah.
I'm not going to, act like that wasn't the catalyst of my thought process. It
Yeah.
absolutely was.
Of course.
But I've gotten deeper with it. We've went over this before. I'm not going to go through it all again.
Yeah.
So I look at Daniel and I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
really is. Fuck
He's a
him.
prick.
Yeah, White Knight, fuck him.
Yeah.
In the show,
We were talking about that in the shop also. How how he's like this new year.
Yeah.
What did he say again?
New Year, ex-degenerate.
Yeah.
He like telling his boys,
I turned a new leaf.
yeah, I want to be good.
Yeah.
Went there to go make
Go
up
on,
with his
baby
chick.
face.
And here comes a stranger intervening, and everyone knows the story from there on.
Yeah. And they really show that in the series, and it's cool just to get a different perspective on maybe this guy, he ain't such an asshole. Maybe maybe he got the shit end of the stick.
And you get backstory more, like you learn about Johnny and Allie's relationship.
Yeah.
One theory I want to just tell everyone, because I love my theory on this, and I'll only do this one.
Please.
If Daniel's son did not soak him at the Halloween party,
Yeah.
I'm convinced everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
Johnny would have went and smoked, came in, probably squashed the beef. They even said months went by.
Yeah.
Johnny said it. He goes, months went by at this point. There wasn't really aggression.
Yeah, because he was dodging him for a while.
Yeah. So,
Yo, that's some fucked up shit, man.
so if Johnny was capable of going out there to smoke
Imagine you being at the fucking dance and you just get drenched by this fucking twerp.
for no reason,
For real, how pissed would you
and I'm
fucking
rolling
be?
a joint, like I'm going to get high. I'm at a school dance.
Yeah.
Why
It's
am I
real.
here to begin with?
If
I
that
want to go
was
get
you-
stoned and come in and have a little fun.
After he sucker punched you at the beach. Dude, how pissed would you be?
Furious, because one, at that
You
age,
have to go home. You got to go home and get changed. Otherwise, you're going to walk out of the bathroom looking like a total asshole.
Here's the main thing. At that age, Rich, weed isn't like accessible like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
you
imagine
just
somebody
ruined the
doing that-
weed that I got like Friday. You'd be like, it's Friday. I'm going to get a bag of weed.
Yeah.
All week you wouldn't smoke, but you'd be like, it's Friday. I'm going to get a bag
Imagine
of
somebody
weed.
doing that to Taylor.
Oh, no.
Stop. Think about that.
Oh, Taylor's worse than Johnny.
Taylor was Rocky's friend.
my
Little dude,
brother.
too. He was a fucking
He was my
wild,
brother.
He was a wild motherfucker. Even I heard about him. Like I said, I was older. Dude, he was a wild motherfucker.
This guy, let me tell you about him. Me and him, literally in the crib together. We were like brothers. We were cousins.
You guys did have the apartment together with the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. From diapers, dude. We were together our whole lives. We hung out together from fucking months to the day he passed. He passed away. Yeah. Notice the pattern? Again, probably why I'm the way I am.
Yeah. No, these people don't know, bro.
No, I know.
You know?
But this kid was a wild man to begin with. He flipped a switch when our friend Jimmy died. Again.
Yeah.
Fell through his skylight. We were like 12 years old.
Yeah, I
at
remember
a school.
that.
Yeah.
They were fucking around on the roof, and they had beat these big skylight, these like bubble skylights on there, and
He was jumping on it and
Dude.
bouncing off.
yeah.
And he jumped on it one too many times,
Yeah.
went through, landed in the gym. It was 23 feet
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
And a 12-year-old little kid, like not a big kid. And he died. That day was the day Taylor and like really threw caution to the wind. Now,
Yeah, he was a crazy fuck.
to give you an idea, he's about my size, maybe a little wider.
Yeah. Tiny bit, maybe a tiny bit shorter, but not much.
Now, Ritchie had the rep in the neighborhood of do not fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
My cousin Mike, same rep, different generation.
Yeah.
And I mean, people in Ritchie's squad would be like, No.
We know he's wild. Do you sure you want to have a problem with this?
Exactly.
Dude?
Yeah.
You
like,
know? I mean, if you're not, but I'm saying like for most, like you're not gonna just want to fucking approach this kid. He's gonna fucking scrap with you.
dude,
100%.
I'd walk around invincible.
Yeah.
Because people are like, if you fuck with him,
he's
you
gonna
got to deal
scrap.
with Taylor.
He's gonna scrap.
And the fact that everyone in the back of their head would have to go,
How did he get into the fucking military? How? How did he pass any kind of psyche? He's fucking out of his mind.
he wasn't then. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was just aggressive. And he felt like he had something to prove a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it was like his own thing. It wasn't like to everyone else. It was like to myself, I want to prove it.
Yeah.
And just one day he's like, dude, I'm going to the army. All right. Do what you got to do. It sucked because it was the first time, and not to sound like, whatever, it was the first time he was gone from my life.
Yeah, and you'd hang out.
My entire life. He was the first person I called. Yo, what are you doing? Let's go. Every fucking day, every night. And went to the army, went to Iraq. Did some pretty bad things over there.
Yeah.
Not illegal things, but army things. And it fucks you up. And that war over there isn't, you're over there, we're over here, shoot until we wave a flag.
It's different.
There's an 8-year-old walking up telling me he's trying to sell me candy, and now 8 of my friends are dead because he just blew himself up.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fucked up place over there.
Yeah.
Came back and,
He was
downward spiral.
Yeah.
It was pretty nasty. Because the VFW fucking bullshit, they don't take care of their people.
Yeah.
He was waiting fucking like a year to get into a fucking thing. And right before he passed.
They should listen. They should have been helping this fucking kid.
Yeah,
they should have been helping.
And they didn't at all. They didn't at all.
Yeah.
And they don't. They don't take care of the soldiers. Fucking Kim Kardashian gets fucking taken care of better than fucking someone who's getting shot in his fucking arm or in his neck for this country.
That's pretty sad. You know, if you think about it, because they're not really getting that much for what they're doing.
They get dick. They get paid like shit.
And by people that that pay taxes, you can't really afford to take care of these fucking guys.
And here's the other thing.
Like, there's nothing else you could do more honorable for this country than that. How are you not taking
And
care
right
of
now is probably the least amount of respect for soldiers because of all these bullshit snowflakes, social justice warrior cunts. Think about it. When was the last time soldiers came home to like a warm welcome? World War II.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because, maybe Korea. But Vietnam came home, they were getting spit on.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Then, what was the next big one? Desert Storm?
Yeah.
Even that one. Everyone's like, what are we doing there?
It's so funny. Like, everybody's so political now, but like they just, I don't know. They're thinking about the wrong stuff with this.
They're not political. They just have statements they want to say with no thought behind it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I mean? They just want to be heard because
right.
everyone can be heard now.
Yeah.
And it's sad because
the people that know nothing about it are the fucking biggest loudmouths.
Loudmouths because they got nothing better to do.
I would never, even if I had all the knowledge and I don't want to be.
I can't be bothered. Like, I don't give a fuck. And that's the problem. And I was saying this last week. Eventually, it's going to snap back. Yeah. Like, the people are eventually over there going to go.
You're saying that the generation coming up, like, that we're raising.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they're going to be a different...
They're going to be fierce. They're going to eat these fucking kids up.
You think so, though?
When they get into the job market and it's these kids versus our kids, they're going to get fucking annihilated. I told my son the other day, he's got field day coming up, where they all get a color and you're on
team. They're going to be even
teams.
smarter.
And I look at them.
Technology is so different now from what they're learning. They're going to be a lot more advanced. You're right.
But you got to be a fucking animal. And these kids are all pussycats.
Yeah.
My oldest was like that. But I said it to my son. He's got field day. I go, does anyone win? He goes, no. And I look at him and I go, you still try your hardest because you are winning and losing. They're not telling you are.
That's a great thing to tell them.
But don't fuck around in this thing. Go in there and go in there to win.
Yeah.
I was like, because in real life, they're all winners and losers. I hate that we teach kids that everyone wins. I hate it.
No, I know.
Because when they're 25 years old looking for a job, you're going to get fucking killed by anyone.
I'm glad my dad raised me the way he did,
Well, we came up in a whole different time.
we had different values and morals that like that they're not I don't know, they're not respected as much as they were back then.
You know what I think it is too, and I'm just realizing this: the parents raising these kids now are the first parents of small children with this.
Okay.
So not only was
Yeah.
it cool to me and you,
Yeah.
it's cool to little Johnny and Susie.
Yes. Okay.
We now regulate this shit.
Yeah.
Like to us, it's like, nah, put it away.
Yeah.
You're done. Back then, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So are they.
Yeah.
It's all new to us.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if somehow that correlates over to the pacification of all this.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could talk shit through you could talk shit through a young age on the computer and not think that there's any ramification for it.
Yeah. Back to Cobra Kai. The unpolitical correctness in it. Absolutely loved.
Oh, yes.
Johnny,
Love it. Oh my god.
like it was
dude.
made in the 80s.
Love it.
Calling kids pussies, making fun of them for being fat.
It's funny because me and Rocky do not raise our kids that way. Like,
No.
we raise them real. We talk to them real, and it's funny when you see a show like this. Just like do like an image, like their image of it.
Yeah.
Because dude, we raise our kids. We raise our kids pretty tough. We don't pussy.
I forgot to bring that part of
loving
it up.
Of course, we're all loving it, but like we don't sugarcoat too much.
Not at all. I talk to my kids like I talk to Ritchie. Like I don't sit there and no.
No,
I treat them like they're fucking people.
And if you're a father who has like an 8-year-old and you're still talking to him like a baby, like think of what you're doing, because that's not how you all you're doing is like setting them up to fail. Like you need to teach them fucking how
They need to grow up.
communicate.
And they don't grow up until what, 20
And if you're talking
fucking
to
whatever.
like a baby till 8, how they gonna have I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter's 18. She's already working, signed up for college, financial aid, doing all this on her own.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we said, it's your shit. Go do it.
Yeah.
And she figures it out.
You want something, you have to go out and get it, man.
If it wasn't for us, she'd still be fucking twiddling her thumb. You know what I mean? And nah.
You got to teach your kids to be go-getters, man.
But,
I mean, that's the way it is. Like you said to your son, they're not going to be a winner and loser, but there really is a winner and a loser.
Yeah, and you'll
know where
know.
you stand.
Yeah.
So that way you could prosper in the things that you're good at and not do as much as things, do good where you are good. You know
What better
I'm saying?
feeling was there than this? You want to race? Yeah, let's race.
Yeah.
Boom. I beat you. Now I get to turn around and go, you suck.
Yeah.
I just whooped your ass, motherfucker.
NHL on Genesis.
Yeah. Anything.
1996 NHL.
Everything was a competition. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Everything. I remember in 6th grade, we played ruler hockey while everyone else was doing chorus. We made little goals. We had fucking rulers taped up and made, and we'd sit there and play fucking ruler hockey for 45 minutes.
You play knock hockey, yeah.
By the end of the
talking about
fucking
shit.
45 minutes, like we ran 10 miles, drenched. It was the realest fucking thing at the moment because
sport, man.
we were competitive. Everything was like, I need to beat you. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the America that we fucking nah, man. This is
I hated losing. Hated losing.
we used to do it real though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how we were raised, man. I mean, when we, honestly, with all this shit that goes on YouTube, this shit ain't nothing. Like we were raised a certain way. We fucking say what's on our mind, and we're a real fucking show.
Yeah.
We fuck around a lot of times, but dude, a lot of this shit, it's how we were fucking brought up.
Here's the problem, too. We come from geographically a different place. You got to remember the rest of the country.
Well, I don't know about the rest of the country, though.
But what I'm
you
saying,
know?
they're not.
I'm sure there's exceptions, though.
There are, of course there are. But there's not the same upbringing me and you had. You got to remember.
Well, their morals have changed, too, since the computer.
But you got to remember those middle people. Like, we
even
always
them.
forget about the middle of America.
Like,
those
put
people.
a computer in their hand.
They're soft to
You know.
begin with. So now you got 2 generations going on of soft fucking people.
You know
Us
what, though?
out here in
Okay,
the...
you want to know something though? For the opposite end of that, there is people out of state like the men in Texas or like the men in the Midwest that know.
No, Texas counts as like
that know
a
that,
major.
like, some of them don't fuck around, bro.
Yeah. No, there's the majors. You know that. California,
They
New
express-
York.
Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah.
When he punked. Remember when he punked him on MTV?
Yeah. It got real for a minute, right?
Yo, you know
he
you're
was in his
dumb.
face, right?
Yo, come on, man.
Yeah, that was good.
Respect that shit. Respect it. It's
Texas
fucking
is no
awesome.
joke. No, Texas is part of that, like, 10 state. We really run this shit, and you guys exist in it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
For every state, there's a strong like personality.
Not
strong,
every
but,
state.
You know.
What's in Montana?
Doesn't oil come from Montana? No. Probably got some.
But
big
you see what
hoss.
I mean?
Like
Like
a big hoss.
You're
you know?
not thinking of Montana ever. Montana has
Yeah.
never crossed your mind. North Dakota.
If you're from Montana, call the show and let's talk to you. Let's you know.
But
that'd be
there's
fun.
places like that if we went to,
Let's talk to a Montana boss.
for one, we'd get looked at like fucking aliens. For two, we would look at everyone and be like, "You're all fucking crazy." You know what I mean?
Except for the small ones.
It's
the
it's
street
different
small ones.
worlds, dude.
Yeah.
Completely different worlds. Ours is aggressive, fast, like fuck you, it's mine.
A lot big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking kill or be killed. It really is. Even on Long Island. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, they're on Long Island. It's fucking rough out here. It's expensive to live, and there's not that many jobs unless you want to travel to the city and fucking be in traffic for fucking 4 hours a day
It's a
back and
horrible
forth.
thing. Yeah.
It's awful.
People talk about it in the movies all the time. At Zoolander, they talked about it.
Yeah.
The traffic on Long Island.
It's the worst.
If you
We have one
remember.
road to get out.
Yeah.
One road.
Yeah.
And that's it. It fucking sucks. I hate it. I went traveling the other day. We fucking drove. Not the other day, a couple weeks we drove. As soon as you hit that fucking spot in the LIE, you're fucked.
Yeah.
From 19 to 27, you're just sitting.
You want to get out of this place, we would have a huge problem.
It's good and it's bad because we could isolate ourselves.
We could burn the bridges. We could
burn the bridges
Yeah.
and block the tunnels.
Yeah.
But we're isolating ourselves. Good thing.
It's a busy city.
Here's the good thing.
We've been the zombie apocalypse. We'd be fucked.
Here's the good thing though, Rich. And we're out more, so we got time to plan, you know?
Yeah.
What's right above us?
And Rocky's got a serious hookup. Look ahead.
What's right above us, water-wise?
Connecticut.
Think we can't run up there and fucking run this shit? You kidding me?
Yeah.
I'll fucking run into Connecticut and fucking take everyone out. Who in Connecticut's fucking with us?
Well, if you see me, dude, I'm definitely a person that would be more in an army than somebody that rolls with like 5 people. That's not, you know, I would try and gather everybody up in the neighborhood if I was able to.
At first,
the more people, the better you are.
At first, start small. Not small, but I'm talking like 10 to 15 tops.
Yeah. So you can find out who your leaders are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure shit out.
Yeah, because it's important. Because if you have 5 people that are running the shit that suck, like, nah,
and you got to
dude,
remember too.
I'm on my own, dude.
You got to remember, we need to find a safe space also. I don't want fucking 50 people with me trying to find a space for 50 people.
Yeah.
Let me find a space for 10 to 15. Figure it out from there.
I don't know. I want a bigger spot with more people on the watch.
Well,
so
the
that way
spot
can
we got
occupy, you know,
is untouchable. It really is.
Yeah,
We
you're the
run
man.
in there. You could survive for fucking decades. You
Yeah.
really can.
having a mechanic too it would be, you know,
It's unbelievable.
My brother and father mechanic. You know, it's extremely important. If you can't get your vehicles running, you're fucked.
But you tell everyone in your family, that's the meeting ground.
Yeah.
Start there. My problem is
Yeah.
if my son's not here,
That's a problem. Yeah, I gotta go. It's
a problem for me.
Yeah.
everyone else, go. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, when it comes to something like that, and you got to pick up like loved ones or find where they are, that's a fucking motherfucker.
See, and
you know,
from your place, my house is on the way. So before you go to the main spot, you stop here first and go, where is he? If I'm here, keep moving.
there's a show on Netflix called Containment. I watched a few episodes
Yeah.
of, and they're not zombies or anything, but they get sick and they'll cough on you and they'll just like, and you know, on the show you'll get it in your mouth or something like that, and you're like, ah, fuck.
It's like 28 days later.
But they just get sick. I don't think they get aggressive too much, but yeah, it's a decent show.
But I think where we are, we'd have a good amount of time to kind of prepare. It's going to get out of control quick,
Yeah.
But that depends on how fast we act as Long Islanders. Because if it outbreaks in the city, we gotta fucking be quick to block everything off and
head all the way out east.
Yeah, and blow the bridges
Mom
down.
talk. Yo,
No way, I'm going right up to the north and jacking somebody's boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want to have the boat there, but honestly, hold down the ground.
And I'm letting you know, I'm not
hold-
fucking around at all because
I'm
we
holding down the tip of the
don't
island.
have access to these things. So I'm going to a dock and I'm going to see someone working to get their boat ready.
Emily's family owns a marina.
What?
Emily's family owns a marina. I'll steal one of the boats. You can steal a boat from anywhere.
No, but what I was going to say is I'm walking up and just shooting people and stealing their shit. This is survive at this point. Like, I'm not even sorry, but it's my family, yours, and you have a boat and I don't.
I would want to gather more people, you know?
If it's a quick run, though, and I got to just get a boat somehow,
Yeah.
I'm just running up and shooting people.
Yeah, I'm
Again,
looking for the numbers.
like I'm surviving. My family's surviving. And you should have been watching your shit. Like, you shouldn't have been like, oh, look, someone's walking towards me. There's an apocalypse. No. You should have fucking moved.
Eventually, the food's going to run out.
Like, I won't be like that.
Enough people to stock. You have to have enough people to stockpile. You have to think of that.
The spot we got, MREs all
Yeah,
day.
I know, but like stockpile for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like 15 years, 20, like enough of everything that you need.
They go bad.
You need people to fucking do that. You can't do that for 5 people for 10, 15 years. There's no fucking way.
I don't know, though,
need
because
a
you're,
fucking army,
you're supplying less, though.
And that reminds me of Dawn of the Dead 1978, where Savini and his crew, they just
ran in.
They just
The
run
bikers.
through the fucking, you know, dude, if you were
No,
that
they
many
were
people,
reckless and stupid, though.
They were idiots.
Yeah, they were stupid.
But you have people like that. Imagine me, you, fucking couple of hundred people just running through a place, just taking everything and then bringing it back for your people.
Derek, don't get solar. Derek's saying go up there. No way, dude. Upstate New York, I don't know what's worse. The fucking people up there, the zombies. Fucking people don't understand. Let me tell you about New York real quick. There's 3 parts of New York. Long Island, the city, and then the gigantic state of New York that everyone seems to forget about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's redneck as fuck in some of those parts.
Yeah, yeah.
And people are probably looking at me right now going, what? I'm not fucking around. There's some country motherfuckers upstate New York. Like, it's all fucking woods and mountains, and it's never spoken about because everything else overshadows the actual state so
course.
much
Yeah.
that even as New Yorkers, we sometimes forget, oh, yeah, that's right. They're all doing things up
So
there.
what's your point other than bashing Derek State?
I'm not bashing it, but because even the rest of the country probably never thinks
Sorry,
of
Derek. I apologize for my buddy's behavior.
No, but what I'm saying is even the rest of the country probably ignores that part because it escapes my mind, and I live here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the rest of the country, all you hear about is the city and Long
We're
Island.
very self-centered where we live, yeah.
Yeah.
People know that, though, about us.
Oh, we're fucking
You know,
arrogant.
we
but we're prideful.
You say it all the time, not me, but you say it all the time. I mean, we're douchebags sometimes, but
Assholes, not
Assholes.
douchebags. We're assholes. There's difference.
You can catch a lot of douchebags in Long Island,
But-
I'll tell you that. But yeah, we are assholes.
But we're prideful as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll band together. Look at 9/11.
So if you're not from New York, dude, don't take this personal at all. We're kind of assholes.
No, but perfect example. If shit went down, the rest of the country would want fucking people like us around them more than anything else.
No, they wouldn't.
Dude,
Dude, who wants to deal
listen to
with
my
somebody
point.
like us?
Wait,
Come
listen to
on.
my point. Look at 9/11. Right after it happened, every asshole in that city became someone that goes, I got you. No matter who you were, race, color, height, weight, it didn't fucking matter. If you walked around Manhattan and you go, dude, you got $5, I haven't had a drink,
Yeah.
they'd be like, I got you.
Yeah.
For 2-3 weeks,
Yeah, it was-
Manhattan was
yeah.
the most peaceful fucking place on the planet.
Yeah.
And everyone banded together. Now, if shit really went down, eventually it would break down. But
Yeah.
at first,
No, you're right.
that fucking city and Long Island, the way we are, we would all band together and be like, we got to get through this shit. Let's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
deal with this
I
and
get
worry
it.
about other shit later, but let's fucking deal with this.
Yeah.
And that's the way New Yorkers are. We
Yeah.
really are. We don't fuck around.
When the shit hits the fan, you're right.
And when you fuck with one of our own, it's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with one of our own.
Yeah.
So,
I have the right to do that, not you.
what do you mean?
It's like a little brother thing. Like, I could beat up my little brother. But
Yeah.
you can't fucking touch
Yeah.
my little brother.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
We're hitting the time here. You got anything you We got a commercial to do?
I gotta record it though, not do it.
Oh,
live.
okay, we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll do that off air.
Yeah. Did you see that This Is America video? Childish Gambino.
No,
You know who he is?
I don't know.
Donald Glover. He was in Community. He's on Atlanta now. He's gonna be Lando Calrissian in Solo.
No, I don't know.
No.
No.
All right. Well, he's got this new video out. Everyone's buzzing about it.
Check it out.
I like what he's doing. You know what I mean? I like what he's doing. It's got like a message. You know what I mean?
Hold on, let me...
But it makes you think. Like the song is all right. It's nothing like
What is the song called?
This Is America.
This is... I'm writing this in the notes.
The song's pretty cool too.
This is America by who?
Childish Gambino. He reminds me a little bit of Kanye, this song. Like I could hear Kanye doing this type of song. It's good, but the video is really like cool to watch. It's
I never used to talk about modern rap, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Oh. Two things. What movies I want to talk about. I didn't talk about it last week. Saw the Avengers, Infinity Wars.
Oh, Beersy, if you're trying to call in, I'll pick up your phone call now. I didn't have my headphones on.
I saw the Avengers, Infinity Wars. You're not a big comic book
Yeah.
movie guy. It's probably why I didn't bring it up. Fucking amazing, dude.
Is it?
And I was talking to someone about it, and I'm looking at it from this point of view. The guys who made this movie, you've been leading up for 10 years to this point. You know what I mean? Like everything you've done for 10 years has been leading up to this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine the pressure of making sure this comes out good
Ooh, yeah.
and right? And because if not, you just wasted 10 years.
Yeah.
If that movie fucking came out and everyone's like, wow, that sucked. 10 years you just wasted. Not that those movies still wouldn't be watchable and good, but you built up to something. You amped something up and it fucking flopped. But it didn't. This movie broke every record.
Really?
It's fastest to $1 billion. It's fucking killing it. And I don't think it even got released in China yet, which is a gigantic market. It was awesome. Like, I'm not a big comic book movie fan. I'll watch them.
Yeah.
But there's only a handful of them where I'm like, I really like that movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. The first Iron Man. Again, people give me looks. I love the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Which movie? Which Avengers is this?
Infinity Wars.
All right.
But the other two Avengers, I was like, meh. Captain America, I was like, meh. A lot of them.
Yeah.
But Guardians to me, and I've said it on the show, became two of my favorite movies ever. Love them. I think they're fucking phenomenal. Infinity Wars knocked it out of the
Now,
park.
who's in Infinity War?
Everybody. Captain, Iron Man, Thor.
Okay, so it's Marvel.
Yeah, all Marvel. It was their Justice League, which
Okay.
we all know Justice League did not get received well. It was
that's Batman,
yeah,
Superman.
yeah. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was anything special, but I enjoyed it. It didn't deserve the beating it got. It didn't.
Okay.
But Infinity Wars, as far as comic book movies go, made my top 3. It was done
Really?
phenomenally.
Good, good scenes in it? Good fight scenes?
Good fight scenes, funny, great pace. Like there was never really like a moment where you're like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
And all the characters being together and the different ones that you never seen before. It was really fucking cool. And Thanos,
Awesome.
he's gonna go down as one of the best villains, like up there with Vader and
Stop.
Heath Ledger's Joker. He's that
Really?
good. Yeah.
All right, I guess.
Great fucking villain. Because
watch
he's
that.
just badass and doesn't give a fuck.
I
And
like
his,
that you're telling me this because I like watching them if they're good.
his whole agenda is, I just want to kill all of you. And that's legit his agenda. I want to kill a lot of fucking people and fuck everyone that's got a problem with it. And the thing with Thanos, I'm not spoiling anything. He's a bad dude. Like, you don't know Thanos. He could go toe-to-toe with the Hulk without the fucking gauntlet. Like, he's a bad motherfucker, yeah. Like, he doesn't fuck around. So in this movie, they immediately set the tone of he's not fucking around.
Okay.
It's really fucking good.
I can't wait to see it.
And then,
Is it on? Is it on? Can you?
it's
No?
Cam.
All right.
Yeah, it
I'll
was a
wait.
Cam.
I'll wait.
Yeah. So there was one other thing
Is
I
it
wanted
on
to
the
bring up.
movies right now?
Yeah. And it's going to be for a while. It's fucking
You guys
killing
check
it.
it out. Just tell me what you guys think. Yeah.
did the Donald Glover.
Don't spoil no shit for me. Yo, you always get that buddy that spoils like the wrestling for you. You're like,
Assholes.
Ah, get out of here, man.
Assholes.
The
I
fuck?
always say, you know,
Like,
I like
what
to
the
be a
fuck?
dick and fuck around, but when it comes to spoilers, I'll never do that.
Yeah, don't
I'm
do
not that fucking guy.
Don't be that.
It's
douche.
shitty.
If you're that fucking guy, stop.
Because it ruins the whole experience of something that could have been good for you.
Yeah.
Like I saw The Sixth Sense, knowing Bruce Willis was dead. First time I seen it.
That sucks.
So the whole movie, I'm going, he's dead, he's dead. The movie had no impact on me. I fucking hated it. I was like, this movie sucks.
And it didn't. But you
Yeah.
just got spoiled. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You do that, stop that shit. You
Yeah.
fucking assholes.
And then Bill and Ted 3. They're doing it. It's coming.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Keanu's probably gonna be good. Come on.
comedy sequels, bro. Worst track record in the history
The
of
sequel
sequels.
is horrible.
Every sequel to a
No, but
comedy
this
is
the
horrible.
third. You never know.
Bogus Journey wasn't bad. I
It
enjoyed
wasn't
it.
bad, but I mean, you never know.
I'm sure if I watch it now, I'd hate it. But, you know, at the time, I was like, this is kind of funny.
This could make you like Keanu again. If he does a good job. If he does a bad job, you're going to totally fucking hate him.
I'm trying to think what I did like him in. Hated The Matrix.
There's got to be something, though.
He was wooden in Devil's Advocate. Pacino was good.
You didn't like him in that movie, though? Annoying.
Not really.
What else? Dude, he has so many movies.
I can't think of any really of relevance.
We'll have to go through the list one
Yeah,
time.
what are you going to do? All right, guys. That's going to be it for us. We'll,
Great show, bro.
yeah, good one. Good one. Had a good time. Ah, shit, I forgot to bring up the housewarming. We'll do it next week.
The what?
I went to a housewarming. Yeah. Yeah, just like you think. And then I want to talk about this, and I want you to think about it. So think about this until next week.
I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about it next week. It's called a teaser. Do you think the Star Wars fans, you know, all the ones that were like, give us more Star Wars when only the first 3 were out? Do you think at this point they're like, we really should have shut the fuck up?
Yeah, it brought down the value of the.
Well, think on it a little bit more.
Yes.
You know,
There's another one.
because, oof. All right, guys, that's it for us. Make sure you tune into Big Vito Brand, 9 o'clock. Check out Spilling the Reality. And tomorrow night, Big Vito Brand, 8 p.m., Super Wifey Show. Make sure you're going over there. Go to russosbrand.com and Realm Network. Sign up. It's $3.99 a month. Cheap, nothing. Get us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Anywhere else, Rich?
I don't know.
I think that's everything. And statementgames.com. And guys, if you're listening to us only, we have a visual aspect that you can go to Russo's Brand and sign up for Realm Network.
John Wick was good.
Or you can watch us live every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. on YouTube, Super Ugly Show. I know the people watching are like, why the fuck are you doing this? But it's because there's audio-only versions of the show out there. So people don't know that there's a visual live aspect. So if you're only listening to this, you can call in, hang out in the chat. Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. We're always live. So if you're on iTunes, Google, or Spotify,
Chat is fun too. People hang out in the chat. It's a good time.
it's a good time. So make sure you're checking us out live Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Super Ugly Show YouTube. All right, guys, we'll see you next Tuesday.